Okay. Oh. There we go. Why is it always so loud? Like, I always make sure, like, okay, Trey, like, you gotta make sure that you turn down YouTube or whatever, because if you don't, it'll play on, like, full ass fucking volume. Let's try this again. Sorry, y'all. There we go. That sounds a little better. Okay. The message written in the woods has been clinging to the back of your minds for the past few days. Even being exhausted from your exams didn't relieve you from its eerie warning. Maeve Vane, leave this place, or suffer the pain of your father's face. What could it all mean? You all need a distraction from school, and it's high time you trade your books and homework for funnel cakes and candied apples. Thankfully, it's time for the school's annual fall festival, known as the Witchlight Carnival. The festival starts at 6 tonight and ends until midnight with a wonderful firework display in the sky. All students who are invited to attend, and there's fun for everyone to be had. Now that fall break has officially begun, your uniforms are piled in your laundry baskets, your ball gowns are hung neatly in your wardrobe, and you are all following the wooded trails towards the grove, where the lights of the carnival and sounds of revelry echo through the trees. So you all are throughout the wood, kind of approaching this reverie, this kind of fantastical fall festival in the woods as people are lined up outside of the carnival waiting to get in, to give them their tickets and things like that. You all decided to go together. Describe your festival wear. We'll start with Ashley.
So she probably has like a oversized, like light blue, like chunky sweatshirt on that has like probably like cool holes in the shoulders and stuff like that. And then she's probably wearing like gray plaid pants to go with it and some like cute shoes. Hair is like done up with seashells, of course, but it's very casual, like chunky type sweater. Like
Okay,
she's cold. She's very cold.
okay. Elsie, what about you?
I'm picturing some tennis shoes, some like oversized boyfriend fit jeans. Specifically with those like that little painter's hook. You know what I'm talking about? Those they're like workers jeans, those.
Okay,
And they're a little beat up, they're not brand new, and then she's wearing like a smaller white ribbed t-shirt, and she's got a sweater. Um I'm seeing like like a dark forest green sweater tied
okay,
around her waist in case she gets cold later.
okay, cool. What about Ingrid? What's Ingrid wearing to the festival?
So Ingrid has on like a sleek pair of like black jeans. Um, they're not like too tight, but they're very or like and they're not shiny, but they're like very black. Like you can't really see like the weave of the denim in them. And she's just got on just some like high top black Converse kind of deal.
Okay,
Not them specifically, but and then
the
like
fantasy equivalent.
what?
The fantasy equivalent.
Yeah. Um and then her top is like strapless, but it goes up her neck for like a choker.
Okay,
And it's like a deep, like midnight plum purple fitted, slightly like split up the side, but like her jeans come up a little bit higher, so you really can't see like too much actual skin, but maybe just like a teeny tiny bit.
Okay. Okay. What about Cadence? What's Cadence wearing tonight?
Cadence is wearing tennis shoes and some well-fitted, just like black jeans. Not like skinny jeans or anything, or like super baggy, but just some nice jeans. They're probably kind of ripped and worn at the knees.
Okay.
And she's in an olive green, comfortably loose-fitting t-shirt, sort of like in the picture. And she'll have her flannel tied around her waist, in case it gets cold later. And she has her hair tied up, which she doesn't usually, which is like in a ponytail behind her head, leaving like some fringe in front of her face. And she'll have Corva with her on her shoulder.
Cool. And then, last but not least, Maeve. What's Maeve wearing? I was just saying, what's Maeve wearing?
Maeve is wearing a she's wearing a blouse with a collar, and it is black and white pinstripes. And the bells, or the sleeves, go down into cuffed bells. And it's the sleeves on it is more of a I can't think of the word. Not mesh, but
Like sheer?
Here,
like a sheer material.
Huh.
And then she is wearing a skirt that goes to her knees. A little flowy, but not too, it's not too tight, but not too flowy. And she's wearing some knitted stockings, as well as some nice boots, some leather boots that are tied up.
Okay, perfect. So there's quite a bit of a line ahead of you. You're seeing students, you're seeing faculty, you're seeing people from Esther Hollow, people you've never even seen before, kind of waiting to go to the ticket booth before you can enter the carnival proper. So I give this time to kind of like role play a little bit, to kind of catch up, maybe talk about the exams, your thing with Professor Kern where you had to pixie, Goring keep with your potions and things like that. I'll give you guys just a second to roleplay that.
How'd your pixie side do, Ingrid?
Ingris did not do too hot.
I could have done better. And
Well,
she just
we
kind
all
of
have a lot
shrugged
to learn.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, I'm not doing
Just
too
like-
hot in botany right now.
No? Well, you did get attacked by the vampire plant, I guess. We all have
Yeah.
our weaknesses.
Living
If I could
things are just
never
not
see that-
mine.
I
Sorry.
never want to
Well-
see that plant again. Ever. Ever, ever, ever.
Well, apparently making things is not mine. So.
What
is-
about Cadence and Elzie? How are they taking it? Is this a date? Is this something cute? Are they flirty? Like what's Cadence and Elzie? Cadence and Elzie. How are they taking this? Fall festival fun.
I'm gonna say it feels pretty casual. It's pretty comfortable. There might be a couple moments of like awkwardness. Cadence is definitely staying close to Elzie, but she kind of always does. And not too much like outward flirting at this point from Cadence. But definitely like walking at her side, kind of looking around. Stuff like that.
Okay.
I don't know if
Is-
Sam's still here.
But to say is Sam here?
Bummer.
Yeah, that's kind of why I slowed and stopped what I was saying.
Promising. Promising. Did you say that she was also downloading Baldur's Gate? Because she might want to pause that. Anyways, Elzie and Cadence, how are you taking this festival? Is it date kind of? Is it flirting? Is it casual?
Oh.
I'm here. It's okay.
Oh, okay. I would say. What do you think, Cadence?
So I kind of answered this a little bit when you disappeared to the void. Cadence definitely is like just keeping it casual, kind of acting the same way that they usually do. Not really flirting too much, but definitely staying close to Elzie, which is kind of normal for her. Walking at her side, kind of glancing at her every now and then. Not really sure how to act. Not awkward, but she's definitely a little bit like trying to play it cool.
Roll for performance.
Cool.
And then, Elzie, I want you to roll insight.
Okay, I was gonna say that I'm more distracted by everything going on. My head's somewhere else. Let's see.
7 for performance.
Okay.
And 13.
So, Cadence isn't doing the best of jobs hiding her feelings. You can kind of, she's a little awkward teenager type of style on their first. Don't necessarily call it a date because I'm sure you guys didn't plan this to be a date, but she's definitely got her feelings and she's trying to hide it, but she's kind of adorable right now. And Elzie, you can kind of see into that, but you think it's cute. So finally, the next guests in line go through the ticket booth, and then it is now the five of you's turn. You see a silver statue of like a dancing fairy mounted on the roof of this ticket booth, and it's surrounded by like fluttering little like autumnal fireflies and things like that. The booth is decorated with an animated depiction of like the night sky with shooting stars arcing across it, and painted in like deep royal blues. You can see an elderly man sitting behind the ticket counter, and he peers at you through this like spyglass looking thing, this magical instrument. He kind of like gives you a once over and he lowers it and he goes and he calls up to you. Next, greetings, fairgoers. Come on up.
Mara will skip up to it. Hello.
Well, hello there. What can I do for you? How many tickets? What are we doing?
I have no idea. What's like? Is there like a pack of tickets we can buy to do things?
You should have your admission thing that was given to you earlier today at school. And you all have that.
Yeah. Flips it up.
Perfect. These are good for 3 punches. You can always buy more if you'd like, but you have 3 punches for the remainder of the festival on your free tickets.
All right. And like, are all the things like 1 punch per like activity, or is there something like 2 or 3?
Nope. All activities are 1 punch each. All of the games are going to cost you up front. There are food booths and trinket booths as you like. Enjoy the festival. And he looks at your ticket and goes, Maristela. And he takes it and he like folds it into like a little paper crane, and then it kind of flaps back over to you before extending it back out, and you see it like kind of change and look really pretty with your name, and then on the back of it you see which like a carnival, and you have 3 little holes that magically appear for you to get punched.
Wow. Thanks.
this kind of does for the rest of you as you all kind of come up and exchange your tickets and things. It might be different origami, like maybe it's a dog or an owl or you know, something like that. And then you enter the carnival proper. Right at the front, you see the map kind of the carnival, and it is yours to explore. You smell the revelry of food and drinks and just people going about, the coyote music playing, and then the carousel, and there's rides and games and shops and just a festival, a carnival of magic to explore.
Wow, this
Guys-
is crazy. I have no idea how they put all of this on.
Yeah, we used
It-
to have fairs at Summerelm Shire sometimes, but this is really cool.
This is awesome. Do you guys want to go to the Hall of Illusions? Where should we go first?
Hall of Illusions sounds a lot of fun.
It sounds fun. What do you guys think? What do you think, Cadence?
Yeah, let's go check it out. That sounds cool.
All right, so you kind of pass through the mid fair. You pass by the excuse me, the roof of the like big top reaches up towards the like twilight sky of fall, of just autumn. Just pumpkins are here and there, garlands of fairy lights and leaves, and it's just there's hay bales and just it's the feeling of fall. It's a beautiful carnival. There's these swooping peaks of the big top, and they're topped with these spinning golden pumpkins. Painted wooden panels on the tent's walls whirl with colors full motion, displaying vibrant circus performances. The sound of music and laughter drips out through the canvas door of the big top as you pass by it. You see a satyr with red and white striped horns plays pipes while leading a procession of like little rodents and like little woodland creatures as he kind of dances along, past by you. And then you see this giant dragonflies and people on broomsticks swooping overhead, and then one of the riders spills his drink over some of the carnival goers. They're like, "Hey, what's going on?" You know, when you finally approach the Hall of Illusions. Let me see here. This tent is painted with a mural of like shifting images that show the grinning fairies diving into pools of color. The helical stripes of the tent's pointed canopies rotate in spirals, and the whole display seems designed to just befuddle its onlookers. And then you see this wooden mannequin of a grinning raven-haired young woman in like a witch's attire with a green flowing cape that hovers inside like this glass cabinet. At the top of the cabinet reads a sign that says Tasha the Wizard, known for her hideous laughter. Then you see a couple, someone you recognize from passing the halls at school, holding hands as they approach up to the gas cabinet. One of them is wearing like a face painting of like a skeleton on it, and you see him drop to one knee as he pulls out a box from his pocket, and he goes to like present it, but then then the girl just bursts into laughter. It begins rolling on the ground. You see the boy with the face paint. He like kind of like looks at his girlfriend like, why is she laughing? I just try to propose, you know. And he starts sobbing and immediately darts into the Hall of Illusions without even getting his ticket punched. You kind of like look at each other like, what is going on?
Mara just kind of claps a little bit. She's like, was that an act? Was that a performance of some sort?
You recognize them to
Oh.
be like your schoolmates, like they're classmates of yours.
I mean, they're in on the fun.
Let's
I
just
wonder
go
what
in.
Don't think that was an act at all, Mar.
Oh,
So, as you approach, a clown dressed in like muted garb stands at the tent's entrance, just blinking at you.
hello.
Do you need our tickets?
He just nods.
Elzie hands over her ticket.
So does
Um,
Mar.
You kind of just see he looks very like a reluctant ticket taker. The color in him has just been leached out of his skin, his hair, his eyes, and apparel, all giving this like strangely monochromatic look. And he like takes your tickets, and he like punches them, but instead of it being pot out, your ticket starts to like grow. That so when you got your tickets, they were already punched, 3 holes, they were already punched, but when he punches it, it's like it grows back, and it shows that like the Hall of Illusions emblem on it, saying that, hey, I went to the Hall of Illusions on this ticket.
Oh.
And he like gives them back to you.
Thank you.
Yes,
Thank
thank
you.
you.
You can kind of tell he like mimes like, you're welcome, back to you.
Ooh, the Hall of Illusions. I wonder what we'll see in here.
Probably
don't know.
illusions.
What if it's our worst nightmares?
I'm so excited, guys. This is gonna be great.
I don't think it's like a haunted house, Mar. I think it's probably like a house of mirrors or something.
Oh,
Or we would be able to see some good illusion magic.
There's only one way to find out.
Let's go in.
let's go.
So you enter, and kind of the sounds of the carnival kind of just die down as you go inside the Hall of Illusions. The first is like just this kind of like row of mirrors. Where as you pass, you kind of see your reflections in different things. But then as you kind of like look into the uh mirrors, you realize that it's showing different reflections of yourself. It's showing you as a child. So Maeve, what does it look like to you when you look in the mirror and you see yourself as a child?
She is dressed to the nines in a big frilly dress, and her hair is up, all put together nice, but she doesn't have a smile on her face. She's a little bit of a bored scowl, and her arms are crossed.
Okay. What about Ingrid? What does Ingrid look like as a child?
She is just in like your standard like children's like t-shirt, shorts. But she's got her hair like up. But you can see all the little teeny tiny like baby hairs like falling out, and it's kind of like her ponytail's kind of like sideways. And it's like coming loose. And she seems to be like a cute, happy little version of Ingrid.
Okay. As you kind of stare into your reflections a little more, you see them getting older. You see them like just progressively getting steadily older, until it kind of shows you yourself in your like twilight years, in your older years. So what does Maristela see when she sees herself as older?
Mara's almost kind of avoiding looking at the mirror a little bit. She doesn't like seeing herself. So she's like kind of like peeking through to look. She just sees like, I don't know, probably like this old mermaid that like has like holes in her fin that maybe has a hook, and then she's just looks sad. She's like, I don't know if I like this, you guys.
Okay. What about Elzie? What does Elzie see as an older version of herself?
When you say older, do you mean older than this
Like her
moment?
twilight years. Like her older, when she's older. Like
Okay.
yeah, 60s, 70s.
Okay. She sees herself as a mature but still like very fashionable older lady. She tries to keep up a little bit with, you know, the style of the times, but you can tell that she's also like just more relaxed, less driven than she once was. Kind of proud of all the memories that she's made.
Okay. Cool. And then Cadence, go ahead and roll a perception check for me.
Okay. Can do that. Ah. Two.
So when you are looking at yourself in the mirror, from behind you, you see this little girl in like a peasant's dress, blue skin, holding a giant lollipop. Her teeth are gnarled and just disgusting looking, and she's wearing like a pig mask over her eyes, where glowing, it's just glowing like amber color. It looks like she's standing like right behind you. But when you turn and look, she's not there.
She'll shriek and spin around.
Elzie's head whips over. Are you okay?
Yeah, she'll look back at the mirror. Is it still there?
It's gone.
I think it was just part of the Hall of Illusions. I saw something. She'll kind of turn back to make sure like, nothing on either side. I saw something really scary.
Me too. She's covering her eyes.
I'm sure it's all just part of the illusion. It's not real.
I sent a
Yeah,
picture. It's the one in the middle.
Yeah, I know it's not real. I just, ew. I don't know. It's fine. It was just part of the. Ooh, it spooked me. That's all. I just.
Yeah, you're good. You
Yeah,
guys are good. It's fine.
no big deal.
All right, so you continue going through the Hall of Illusions, passing by just kind of the some other people, some other onlookers and things, and they're like laughing and giggling and whatever. But as you turn a corner, you kind of come to this, like, you see at the end of the hall this kind of circular chamber of mirrors, and you see the man, the student from before, the one in the skull mat or face paint, and you see him standing at one of the mirrors, and Cadence, you see the girl in the pig mask as his reflection. And then you see her like extend her arm forward, and you see him grab onto it as he passes through the mirror, and the reflections disappear.
Does anybody else see it?
Everyone else sees him go through the mirror, but they do not see the girl in the pig mask.
Oh my god, these illusions are good, guys. That guy just went through the mirror.
It's like a thing, right?
Did you see the girl? That's what I saw in the other mirror. That blue girl.
There was no girl. He just went through the mirror. I wonder if that's the way to get to the next room. And Maeve is going to walk up towards the mirror.
Okay.
No, wait. There was a girl.
What are you talking about?
There's just a door.
You approach the mirror, and it just kind of shows like a wonky version of yourself. Maybe like as you move, it looks like you're underwater, and you're just kind of fun. But yeah, you don't see the girl at all. Do you try to like press on the mirror at all? Do you do anything like that, or?
Yeah, she'll like poke it, touch it, see if it is an illusion.
You like poke at it, and you see it like ripple as if there was water, but your finger does not go through the mirror.
I wonder where you learned that.
You can't put your hand through? And Elzie will kind of like walk up to it also. Huh. Like tapping it for herself.
Yeah. You see it like ripple as if, because it's an underwater looking mirror, but nothing happens. It's all physical.
Cadence, it seems like whatever you saw, I mean, I'm sure it was creepy, but it doesn't seem like it's here anymore.
Yeah. It must just be an illusion.
These mirrors are really funny, though.
They're funny.
And then as you look, you see that the exit to the Hall of Mirrors is just right there to your right.
Let's go see what else they have.
You step up. Yeah.
As they start to walk, she's gonna grab Elsie's hand. and like kind of hold her back a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah? What's going on? Are you okay?
I don't know. I'm okay, but I'm telling you, I saw something in both rooms that nobody else saw.
The same thing both times?
Yeah, it was a girl wearing a pig mask. And she had blue skin. It was really weird. It didn't seem like it was part of the carnival.
What kind of creatures do we know that have blue skin? That's super weird. I mean, I believe you, but the exit's right there. Like, I'm sure we'll be okay.
I just want you to know I don't think it's part of the trick.
The carnival? Yeah, I believe you. We'll have to keep an eye out. Let me know if you see it again. I haven't seen it either time.
Okay, it's creepy. Come on, let's go.
Yeah.
All right, you kind of exit, head back out into the reverie of the carnival.
Well, that's the second scariest thing I saw this week.
Next. Yeah.
What was the first?
The plant with the teeth.
Ah,
That
right.
wasn't so bad.
You
Let's
guys
go.
think we should go on the Dragonfly rides?
That's what I was just about to say, Maeve. That sounds nice and outdoors and... Yeah, let's do
It does sound fun.
All right, so you kind of head back past the big top, and you kind of pass by the Coyote, where a merry tune spills forth from an instrument on the back of a brightly painted wagon. You see a monkey wearing a cloak covered with buttons. He's turning a handle at the wagon's rear, sending music into the air from rows of golden whistles. As you watch, you see one of the hands of the witchlight, dressed as a ladybug, like toddling up to you and is like rattling a tin can.
Are
we supposed
you
to dance?
collecting money for something? What is this?
Bear a button, if you please. I'll sew it next to all of these. I offer nothing in its place besides a smile upon my face.
Want a button?
Yeah, I can give you a button.
Perfect.
Elzie like looks down at her outfit. I don't think I have a button to spare.
Cadence will pop a button off of like the bottom connection of her flannel, but she doesn't care. And she'll put it in the tin.
Thank you very much. As you like pop into the tin, he looks at it really excitedly. He goes, "Well, look at that, Ernest. I've got another one." And he like plucks it out. He takes a pair of like a sewing kit from his pocket and he sews it onto his little jacket. He goes, "Thank you," as he bows. And you guys continue on your way. You pass by kind of more snack booths and game booths as you head towards kind of this like little lakeside pool where huge lily pads rest on the surface of a pool glistening with like phosphorescent algae. Giant dragonflies use the lily pads as like landing platforms, buzzing loudly overhead with wings as brilliant as stained glass windows and alighting briefly to drop off and pick up excited passengers and guests. Near the entrance, you see that there's another carnival hand that's like taking tickets and things like that.
Wow, this looks so pretty.
Would you like to ride one of the dragonflies?
Oh, I would indeed.
Perfect. It is just one ticket punch if you don't mind.
Here you go.
Perfect. Is everyone riding?
Yes.
One quick question. What is the temperament of these dragonflies?
The temperament of these dragonflies?
Yes.
Well, they love giving out rides. It's like they're bred for it. They love traveling around the carnival and giving riders a fun adventure. You're just going to be going through a lazy figure 8 around the carnival's thoroughfare at about 20 feet in the air.
Okay. Thank you. Yeah, I just wanted to double check. And she holds out her ticket to go get punched.
Perfect. Thank you. and she punches it, and then a little emblem of the dragonfly appears on the ticket. Um, the dragonflies all land on their lily pads, and then you go to each and every one of them. There's blue ones, there's purple ones, there's green ones, all the different ones. As you kind of saddle up onto the dragonfly, one of the other workers comes around and buckles you in, make sure that your safety saddle is secured properly. As you hear a ringing of the bell, as the dragonflies, their wings start to hum and buzzer as they fly up into the air. You kind of start to fly over the carnival, seeing just kind of this reverie of this big giant figure eight. As you're passing by the big top and the snail racing and the mystery mines, you hear the sounds of the carousel. But shouts of alarm erupt from a nearby lily pad along the riverside, where you see this giant dragonfly has just taken off prematurely with one of its patrons on its back, where you see this one of your classmates unfastened on her harness. And the dragonfly starts just like going really wonky and flying up into the air.
My God, do you guys see that?
Oh, that poor girl.
Maybe we should help somehow.
I don't know what we do. Throw something at the dragonfly?
Oh, she might...
Maeve takes out her wand and she casts Dorme Familiaris.
Roll a animal handling check.
That's so smart.
Oh, not that good. 11.
That succeeds. So you the spell kind of erupts from your wand as you're kind of flying on the dragonfly. The dragonfly like kind of like pays attention to what you're doing, and it kind of like hovers a little bit and kind of like stops moving. As you see this magic kind of shoot out your wand, and it hits the other dragonfly. And you now have the ability to kind of like talk with it to try to calm it down.
Hello, Mr. Dragonfly. Are you alright?
You can't. It doesn't speak to you, but it's kind of.
It's okay. It'll be all okay. You have a good person on your back. Take your time and follow suit with everyone else.
And it like kind of like wonkies off, but then it like slowly hovers back down to one of the lily pads, allowing the girl to hop off. And she looks up and she goes, "Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Oh, that was so scary."
You're welcome.
And then the rest of you, the five of you, kind of fly off just around the carnival before landing back on your lily pads, taking in the glee of a ride.
That was
Wow.
so much fun.
That was so much fun.
Maeve, that was really quick thinking. Good job.
Thank you.
Yeah,
was-
nice job, Maeve.
I was a little worried because they're not necessarily animals, they're more insects, but I'm glad it worked.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
Well,
Well,
do you guys want
guys-
to take a little break from the rides and events and go play some games or grab some food?
I'd like to play
Yeah.
some games.
Yeah.
As you kind of exit the ride, you realize you're like right next to the feasting orchard, where you smell delicious apple pie and roast, and just like delicious smells are wafting through the feasting orchard as you kind of go towards the midway games. You're going to the games, correct?
Mm-hmm. I think so.
Okay. So, you see that there is an Almirage ring toss, catch the dragon by the tail game, a gnome poetry contest, a goblin wrestling game, guess the number of feathers game, and an outstare the cyclops game.
Guys, this looks so fun.
I'm gonna go to the ring toss.
So, here we go. I'll send this in references. So an Almirage is like a horned rabbit, basically a bunny. You approach the gaming booth, and the one of the
It's you.
Workers goes, this owl mirage is no mirage. Adorn its horn with 2 or 3 rings to win a prize. Would you like to play?
Yes. How many fire pieces is it?
Perfect. It's just 3 flame pieces.
Here you go.
Thank you so much. All right. So you're gonna need to toss one of the ring or 2 or 3 rings to win a prize, okay? Now, be careful because they can teleport around the tabletop, making it hard to score a success. You get 3 rings, okay?
Mhm.
All right. Go ahead and play. You're gonna roll a dexterity check. The DC is 17.
17. You have to beat 17. Okay.
Remember, this thing.
Yeah, you're right. Okay, Dex. Nope.
So your first toss, you throw it, and just as you think you're gonna get it, it like teleports away.
$15. No. So close.
You get one more shot. Let's see. If you get this one, I'll still give you a prize.
18.
Perfect. You got one. All right. I'll go ahead and give you a prize for that. That was a wonderful time. Roll a d8 to find out what your prize is.
Okay. 3.
You get a packet of pixie dust. And pixie dust in this is not the drug. Pixie, yes.
Whoa.
This pixie dust allows you to hover up to 5 feet for an hour if you use it.
Okay. Oh, that was so much fun. I would love to go again, but do you guys want to play?
I
What
got
other
to
games were there?
stare at the Cyclops.
There's Catch the Dragon by the Tail, Gnome Poetry Contest, Goblin Wrestling, Guess the Number of Feathers, and Outstare the Cyclops.
I want to catch the dragon.
All right, sure. So you go to the Catch the Dragon by the Tail booth, and you hear the carnival worker, prizes, prizes, prizes! Catch the fairy dragon by the tail and win a piece of its hoard.
A piece of what?
Of a piece of its hoard.
It's
Like
treasure.
Oh,
'Cause yeah.
Okay. I thought you said horn. I was like, that sounds cruel.
Well, hello
What
there.
is
Would
the
you like to play?
for?
I would love to.
Alrighty. So what you must do is you are going to be blindfolded, and you're going to stand right here. You must grab the tail of the elusive, giggling red fairy dragon that's going to flutter around you. You will have 3 chances to succeed on catching it by the tail. Okay?
Okay, let's do it.
All right. You're going to roll a perception check. DC is 18.
Perception. Nope.
It's also 3 flame pieces.
That's a 12. Yeah, she pays it.
So the carnival worker kind of blindfolds you up, kind of stands you in the center, and then you guys can all see this red fairy dragon kind of like dance around Cadence. She goes to grab it once, and she completely misses.
Is it making any sound?
It just kind of flutters around. That's what the perception check is.
11?
Nope.
And it's
Aw, that's no fun. Try again next time, okay?
okay, thank you.
Of course. Have fun at the Witchlight.
That was harder than I thought it would be.
Yeah, it looked
Yeah.
really hard.
But you were close, and you always try again. And
Was there
Mara's
something
gonna
else?
like stare at the feather game, and she wants to guess the feathers.
All right, so you kind of walk over to the feathers game. Birds of a feather? How about feathers of a bird? Step right up and guess how many feathers festoon this fiendish fowl.
I would love to guess, and she hands her monies. Or
It's
fire.
it's 3 fire pieces. Perfect. So you get 3 tries to guess the number of feathers on one of a group of cage cockatrices. Let's see. It is a intelligence check. DC is set at 18.
That's a natural one for
So
5.
yeah, if you rolled a 1, yeah, no modifier adds. But you go and you look at one of the cockatrices and you start counting them, and then you're like, oh wait, which one was I looking at? Oh wait, it's that one. And you just start like you get very confused with that, and you say 2 numbers wrong, so you only get one more guess with that one.
Okay. $18
You
even.
did it. Yep. Perfect. How many feathers are on this cockatrice?
248.
Whoa, good job. The red one does have 248. Go ahead and roll a d8 to find out what your prize is.
You guessed that, Mar.
That's 6.
This right here, and she holds out like a little bag, is one single application of magic face paint. As an action, you can apply the face paint to yourself or someone else if you'd like, and you gain the benefit of the disguise self spell that lasts for 1 hour or until you choose to wipe off your face paint.
Ooh, this is amazing, you guys. I can't wait to use this.
Awesome. Elzie would like to try the staring down the Cyclops game.
All right. They go over to a booth and you see this like hulking like Cyclops dude with one eye. He just looks gruff. All these men and things are like trying to stare him down, but like this Cyclops is like eyeing him down. But you approach and the worker goes, "What do you do when the eye of the Cyclops falls upon you?" "Well, you stare right back if you got the stamina. Winning this game requires you to outstare this illusionary Cyclops. Don't worry, he's not real. Whoever blinks first loses. To win, you must succeed a Constitution check. Dice check is set at 14.
Elzie kind of like gets real serious and like rubs her hands together a little bit and like steps up to the booth and rolls a 14.
So you stare at that Cyclops, and you're just not backing down on this. You kind of see, as the illusion starts to fade of the Cyclops, tears well up in his eyes, and he ends up blinking. And kind of some people who are like watching, are like, "Woo!" Yeah, they like cheer for you, and your friends are excited for you. Well, good job. Go ahead and roll a d8 to find out what your prize is. What'd you get?
Oh, sorry, 5.
A 5?
Yeah.
You get a replica unicorn horn filled with candy.
Oh. Elzie takes it and she kind of like smiles at herself and then she looks at Cadence and she's like, "Do you want some candy?"
Sure. Nice job.
Thanks. I got really lucky.
All right, what does Ingrid want to play?
The gnome poem. Well, she wants to walk over there and see like what it is first.
Okay. So you walk over to the gnome poetry contest where you see a little gnome that you remember from the forest with their red hat and just this cute little guy sitting on a stool. And you see one of your classmates who's just absolutely busting out laughing at this poetry contest. Sound the chime, it's time to rhyme. You bring the poem, we'll bring the gnome. In order to win, you must outperform this gnome in the best of 5 poetry contest. Doing so requires a performance check of 15 in 5 or fewer attempts. Someone who then they win the prize. So basically, you need to roll 3 successful charisma checks out of 5. DC is at 15.
15.
Would you like to try?
I would.
I knew you'd be the guy for just that. Alright, it's 3 flame pieces.
And she hands over the flame pieces.
1, 2, 3. That's for me. Good luck.
Thanks. So. Ooh. First roll is a 9.
Okay.
And then a 16.
So, yep, you got 1.
And another 16.
Okay. 1 more to win.
7. 5.
Everyone kind of still claps for you as your poems were pretty good. But the little gnome, he's like, he's making everybody laugh with his poems. They're super funny. Better luck next time, my friend. Who would like to go again? And then, yeah, you guys kind of are just middling through the midway.
Think happened to that guy that was crying and then he ran into the illusion booth? The Hall of Illusions?
Well, you went through that strange mirror, remember? Maybe.
Yeah, but what do you think happened?
Well,
Do you think that she was saying yes or no?
I mean, we could ask her, I guess. But that's
Hmm,
kind of their business, right?
Yeah, it's not really
yeah,
our business. And
I just feel bad, and I can't help but be curious. Such a weird reaction, right? To laugh at somebody?
I mean,
Ingrid. Oh, sorry. Ingrid is. You can see she's kind of like deep in thought, but she noticed that like the person that like took their ticket was kind of like gray and just like not very like had no personality and just had like that gray hue to them. And then she's like, this might sound like a crazy idea, but I kind of want to go back to the Hall of Illusions. Like, not to go in. I just want to talk to the guy again that took our ticket.
Hmm. About what?
Well, I'm not saying that it wasn't just an illusion, but we did see that guy on the outside. And if the mirrors, the illusions, ate this guy that went in, what if they're doing it for energy? Because these carnivals are weird. Like, you don't know the kind of people you get at these. Like, I don't know, maybe it's some sort of, for lack of a better word, vampire that they use the house to feed off of the energy. I want to go see if that guy still looks the same or if he looks more full of life.
Or lively? Okay.
It's just a working theory. If not, then it's fine. I've just
Yeah.
throw it
Well,
away, but it was a thought.
A
We
scary
could
thought.
do the mystery mine and just, walk past the Hall of Illusions on the way there. Or should we do the Pixie Kingdom, guys? And
That
Elzie
does-
kind of like gets lost in thought about the different rides and like how dreamy everything is.
let's go back to the mirrors so Ingrid could talk to the person. Then we could all decide on the way because I think we're all a little bit split up. And she's gonna actually try to stealthily poke Cadence in the back and be like, "Come here."
Cadence will go over with Maeve.
I'm not one for romance, but I have read a lot. There is some romantic swan. She's saying this all like secret hush hush to Cadence.
Roll a stealth.
4.
So, okay. She's trying to be hush hush, but it's like every time she goes to talk, the like sound of the carnival dies down. So you like kind of anyone in the surrounding like 10 feet of you can hear.
Okay, go
I-
on.
I- I'm not one for romance, but I've read it enough in books. And I saw on the map that there's these, like, swan boats on the lake. And that would be very romantic if you and Elsie want to go, take a trip on the lake.
Okay, that's.
Elsie's kind of like snickering to herself because she can hear
Bard
all of
leaning in,
this.
like,
It's just like bright pink in the cheeks.
I think it's a good idea.
Okay, okay. I appreciate that. Yeah. Just thanks, Maeve. That's a
You're,
great
you're,
idea.
you're welcome. I very much support you guys. You're very cute together. And she
We're
walks
not
off like,
together.
oh, but you guys are kind of, in a little bit in a way. The idea of it, okay? And she like laughs and like rejoins like the group.
Cadence turns around, meets eyes with Elsie, and just starts to laugh.
Elsie returns the giggle, and they kind of just like, without meaning to, kind of just like turn and keep walking, kind of leaving the group behind, but not really. Maybe like a few steps ahead.
Sorry about that.
Don't worry about it. It wasn't your fault. I thought it was funny.
It
But
was
the swan ride
funny.
would be fun. Like, honestly, I would love to do any of this stuff. It's too bad we only have one more punch left.
Well, we can get more tickets. I mean, it's still early in the night.
We
Do
do
you-
have.
Do you want to go do this one, right?
Yeah, we can. I kind of want to see what happens at the Hall of Illusions, though. I want to know if Ingrid's got something. She's like onto something, you know? Because what you saw, and then
No,
the guy disappearing, like, and the laughing proposal, that's just all so weird.
it's a little weird. I mean, I'm not too worried about it. It's a carnival, and it's really not our problem. But let's
It's
see what's
true.
going on.
All right. So you guys head back over to the Hall of Illusions where you see the girl that was laughing, she's no longer there. As she was by that glass cabinet of the wizard Tasha. And you see the ticket taker gloomily like looking out along the river that surrounds the carnival itself. He just seems to be very like not necessarily distraught, but just very melancholy. He's still gray, he's still muted of color.
She kind of sees this, and she just kind of like shrugs, and she's like, "Yeah, it's not like it hurt anything to walk by." And then she turns and like looks at everyone. What are you guys wanting to do now?
You aren't gonna ask him any questions?
I don't know what asking him questions is gonna do. He wasn't exactly the most talkative to begin with. I don't
Well,
think he can talk, and I wasn't really planning on asking questions. I just wanted to see if he changed.
But I mean, we
Mhm.
walked all
Demeanor.
the way over here to figure out what's going on. Why don't you?
bare minimum, yeah, we should ask about Cadence. Should we ask about like a little blue girl that wears a pig mask that works here?
Yeah, and I want to know how he went through that mirror.
Yeah.
I didn't say I was here to solve stuff. I just said it was an idea, and if he looked like he was brighter, then maybe it wasn't a terrible idea. But if he doesn't look like he's brighter, then quite honestly, I don't really care if that guy went through the mirror. I just was curious.
Cadence
You can go ask him whatever questions you want. Y'all are too nosy anyway.
Cadence will put a hand on Elsie's arm. Just be like, let's go ride the swan ride.
Okay. And Elzie will just follow Cadence's lead over to the swan rides.
We'll slip off by ourselves.
Okay. What about the rest of you?
Mar is going to ask the mime actually something. He's gonna like slip up next to them, like
He gets startled as you approach. You can see like on his he's got a name tag on it. It says Candlefoot. Um, he like gets up and he like brushes himself off and he like waves very.
hi Candlefoot. Question. Do any of the mirrors possess a door quality to them? Like you can pass through them?
He kind of like looks at you, and he kind of like looks around. He's like,
Oh. We saw a classmate go through a mirror, and we haven't seen them since. Okay. None of them go to strange, creepy places, for sure? And no little girls that are blue with a pig mask?
his
wandering about?
eyes like grow wide.
Well, a friend of ours saw a person in a mirror, and it says that they saw the person extend their arm out and grab the man going through the mirror. But you know of the pig girl. Are they dangerous? Okay.
And he's like pointing at your ticket.
You want me to go back inside? And she's gonna look at her ticket and see if there's anything weird.
No, he's like
Oh.
he like wants he wants you to hand him your ticket.
Okay. Ticket good, no ticket bad. Oh, he had no ticket. Oh,
Oh.
so the carnival might have eaten him. He went to carnival jail.
He looks a little more frantic. Like
They kicked him out. Oh,
He's in detention. I don't know. I'm just a mermaid. Get drowned.
and you like when you say mermaid, he like immediately like grabs onto his heart and like points to the lake.
You want me to go to the lake? Are there mermaids in the lake? You love a mermaid? Oh! Do you want me to get you guys together? You want to propose? And she said no. Oh, you just want to propose. You can't speak. You need true love's love's kiss to speak again. No, you just can't
your
speak.
voice isn't a clam.
No, I just think that this one speaks. They can't say, "Will you marry me to the mermaid?" Right? Can the mermaid speak?
And he like points at his skin and his clothes. And then he points to the colorful revelry of the carnival.
Can make
Are
no
you the
sounds.
carnival? Oh. I don't know. Maybe it was like draining you. I don't know.
You were
Oh,
a mermaid?
If you fall in love, or she like put together with you and like true love's kiss, you'll have your color come back. Oh, and you could speak again. No. You'll be able to speak or breathe fire.
And he like points at you.
Mermaid. Yes. I need to go sing. No. Go into the lake. I'm
Can
very
you
bad at this. I'm
write?
very sorry. Do you have a notepad?
No, but Could you write on our tickets? I think I have a pen in my pocket. No?
Uh-huh.
Can you
She
draw
He
looks
it
goes
on
over
like
to
a
like
napkin.
a trash can and like pulls out some rubbish. And he takes the pen from Maeve. And he writes, "When Palasha sings, my color comes back."
Palasha, is she the mermaid you're in love with?
Is she sad? Is that
Okay.
why she doesn't sing?
And he writes, "I'm stuck here."
Oh. And she's probably stuck in the lake. Well, that's a sad love story. I don't like this one. I like when they're happier.
Oh, I have an idea. If we meet Kalash,
He writes Palasha. And then
Palasha,
like the rubbish is like full now.
and since obviously she probably might not have the powers that you do, Mar, to walk on land, I can sprinkle my pixie dust on her and we can float her here so she could sing.
And you can propose to her. Or I could loan her my necklace. That makes me look have legs, too. I just want to be able to come. Or you could
Oh.
carry me.
We're running out of time. We gotta go to the lake. And maybe we could
Okay.
spy on Cadence and them. I wanna see how well they're doing. Since,
Okay.
I suggested very secretly to go bride the swans.
Very secretly.
You could
Wanna
hear
listen?
me? I
Ooh.
tried. I tried my best.
Maybe you
Not
should
my-
mime it next time like them.
All I can say is this group
Yeah.
isn't very good at secrets.
True.
What?
Missed that one. No more talking. Think before you speak. Kinda. You talk you.
I talk you. Think?
No.
He goes back over to the trash can. Starts digging through stuff. He finds a wrapper and takes the pen again.
Can
Yeah.
Ingrid roll like
Insight?
shoot, yes. Instead of you having to like
Yeah.
write it
Well,
down.
yeah, rolling dice is a thing.
You have to roll really high to be able to like get everything.
23.
Perfect. So you're like, okay, I know how to read body language. Like I've had to do it with my family the whole life to make sure I'm fine and safe. You get the feeling that Foot, after learning that you guys don't know how to keep secrets, to not say anything, to not repeat what he told you, to not say it out loud.
Oh, okay. And she like nods and she's like, ah, okay, got it.
He like
Like,
points at
it-
his eyes, like they're watching.
They're watching
Okay,
us,
okay.
brother.
And so then she's kind of like, hey guys, don't say anything about what we just discussed here. You know, those secrets, we do need to keep some of those, especially this one. That's what he's getting at.
I'm
Well-
great at keeping secrets.
Let's go to the lake.
You're
Okay.
welcome. We'll try our best to get Pulaski?
Palushka.
Palushka.
And he like points to
Mermaid
like
friend.
he points to a board that shows like what's going on, and it's like Palasha, the singing mermaid.
Oh, Palasha. We'll
Ah.
see if we get Palasha to come over
Instantly,
here
like
to
it's
sing.
like Marcel, you're like, I know Palasha. She's great. She's a wonderful singer. She travels with the circus. Why did I not think about this? Like, I know
Yeah.
Palasha. I have, like, a couple of her records on Coral.
I listen to her
Coral.
all the time. I just didn't correlate because I am so bogged down and burnt out from school.
Alright, so you guys head over to the lake. But also... Oops, let's get through that. There we go. Meanwhile... Are we playing? Are we not playing? What are we doing? Oh, I have to turn you up loud for that one. There we go. So, meanwhile... Swan Ride, Silver Song Lake, and then... Snail Racing. Where the fuck are the Swan Rides?
Such a sweet prequel.
Here we go. Wandering Carnival locations. Carousel, Dragonfly, Feasting Orchard. Gone. Oh, here they go. Enormous swans glide through the water here, pulling ornate wooden gondolas draped in like flowers. The swans disappear into the banks of the silver mist as they wend their way through the river. A jerry extends ahead, at the end of which is a waiting swan preens its feathers. So this kind of wooden swan is like moving, like it's like a real swan, but it's a boat. A woman stands at like kind of the entrance of the ride and looks at you over to two for the ride.
Yes, please.
I'll take your tickets.
Elzie hands hers over.
Perfect. Thank you so much. I should let you know that this ride does take 1 hour to complete its way through the river.
Think we have time, right? And she looks over to Cadence.
Yeah, there's nowhere else I'd rather be.
Let's go. That's fine with us.
Okay. So, you step into the boat, and it kind of like preens its feathers and kind of jiggles as you kind of like sit down. The woman, she like pets its head. She goes, "All right, Featherine, be nice." And she like covers the swan's ears. She's literally a light and haughty. Have fun.
Wait, what did you say?
And the boat just starts drifting off, and she's just waving from the jetty.
What did you say, Cadence?
I caught the word haughty.
That's what I heard too, but I think she meant it in a bad way.
So, as you start to like kind of go on, and you're kind of just drifting through, the willow trees of autumn. It's almost like in this carnival, it's just beautiful. The lights, the fireflies dancing. There you see her sitting there across the way, you know. And you hear the swan like turns its head to look at you, and she goes, "What is joy?"
The absence of sadness?
No, joy's more than that. The absence of sadness is just empty. Joy is when there's something else to fill that emptiness.
Interesting. Speaking of that, I once saw the mime Candlefoot make a disastrous attempt to propose to the mermaid Palasha. He was about to declare his love for the mermaid in front of everyone, when the words left him with a gasp. It was most unusual, and he hasn't spoken a word since. Palasha was very upset. How do I know you exist?
Okay, hold on a second. What's your name?
Featherine.
Featherine. And Elzie like started saying this while you started talking, and then she realized what you were saying and shut up. She's like, Are there 3 people in this boat right now, or 2?
No,
Like,
I know.
you get some privacy, and then she like trails off because she realizes that she's telling us a story that sounds familiar to what we saw earlier. And
You
she
told
looks
her-
at Cadence.
Roll a dexterity saving throw, both of you.
No, Elzie.
Okay.
Oh no. A 15.
Saving throw. Where is it? Who? 15 as well.
She like ruffles her feathers and the gondola like shakes and moves in the water. You're managed to stay in the boat, but she just goes, people these days. And you continue your river ride.
All right.
Cadence will scoot to sit closer to Elzie and speak much quieter, kind of hoping that the swan minds her business. So,
Okay, so you think that story she told us sounds kind of familiar to what we saw tonight? Maybe it was all just a performance.
it could be. I don't know. I don't really care that much right now, to tell you the truth. Like, we can figure that out when we get off the ride.
Oh, okay. And Elzie will kind of like get cozy next to Cadence and cover her hand.
Hmm.
Alright, go on, Sam.
Kind of like covering her hand, and she'll like give it a little rub and look over
What?
at Cadence and be like,
I'm good, thank you.
Mom's gonna mom.
She'll look over at Cadence and be like, it's such a nice night, isn't it? Finally, like a night away from everything.
It'd be a much more nice night if I had conversation on this hour-long ride.
So,
Listen, Featherine, I'm sorry, okay? I just, this is the first real one-on-one time I've got to spend with Cadence, and I was being a little selfish, and I'm sorry.
So you talk about time alone, yeah?
Yeah.
In worlds so full of magic, is time just an illusion?
why don't you think on that and get back to us with an answer?
Roll a dexterity saving throw.
Oh my god. This is hilarious. Another 15.
21!
She ruffles her feathers again, rocking the boat as well. And she continues down the river and she's like, fine, I guess I will stick to myself in my late night debates with Burley. He has a profound mind and simply wasted guarding the staff wagons. He misses his brother tremendously. No one knows what happened to Hurley, but everyone knows he really never fit in. Fine, I'll let you two enjoy your time in peace, and I will continue taking you down this river.
Thank you, Featherine. And she kind of like nudges Cadence a little bit gently and kind of giggles like, I learned my lesson the first time. Maybe you should be more careful. You're gonna get us turned out of the swan.
I didn't think it was even that mean.
Clearly, you ruffled her feather.
Kind of thinking about throwing something at her, to be honest.
Roll a dexterity saving throw again.
She whispers it.
Nope.
No.
Roll a dexterity saving throw.
Because I have supersonic
Liz.
hearing.
Oh,
it is a boat. She's right next to you.
Wow.
She is the boat.
She is the boat.
I'm 14.
You're still good.
7.
Oh,
7.
She ruffles the boat, and Elzie falls into the river.
Can I try to catch her?
Yeah, you can try to get her out. Yeah, roll a strength check.
She'll grab Elsie's forearms and try to pull her back into the boat. She's kind of laughing, but she's also like, I'm so sorry.
Elsie's kind of like chuckling about it, and, like soaking wet. She looks over and she's like, "Good thing I wore white today, huh?"
Oh, I'm really sorry.
It's really okay. Just a little water. It never hurt anybody.
Okay, well, I rolled a 3 minus 2. Minus 1, so 2.
You fall into the river with her.
Oh my god, I did not.
As
Why?
you kind of drift into the river, Featherwing just continues drifting down the river as you start to see another gondola coming down the river path.
You know, maybe that was for the best.
Oh my god. Maybe. Do you think Feathering gets in trouble for her attitude?
I don't know, I know I do.
Yeah, that seems to be a pattern this year, huh? It's alright. You have not been wrong quite a few times.
Huh. She keeps laughing and they meet eyes. There's kind of like a moment. They're all wet in the river. And she thinks about kissing her. But she doesn't.
The moment you guys kind of lock eyes and kind of glance at each other's lips, water bubbles lift you up out of the water, carry you back to the boat, and drop you back in it, and you are dry from the water.
Well, that was cool.
Oh, that was really cool. I wonder how that works.
I don't know.
Magic, dear, magic.
What's your name? And she, like,
No,
kind
it
of.
puts you back into Feathering's boat.
Oh, Featherine's boat. Okay. So,
Are you done? Are you done or?
yeah,
Yeah.
we're good. Yeah, we really appreciate this.
Do you know what I would like? Some peace and quiet. And she just ducks her head into the water and continues drifting down the river.
Okay, well, I really, since we're alone, wanted to let you know that I've really admired your bravery to speak out on things that you believe in.
Really?
Yeah, are you kidding? I mean, it's definitely gotten you into trouble, and I think you need to pick and choose, but you're not wrong. Which is why I'm kind of surprised that you're so okay. I feel like you've been a little bit more lax ever since we got accused of murder, which is interesting to me.
Well, do you mean that I've been getting into trouble more since we were accused of murder?
No less.
Oh, less. Yeah, because I was gonna say I have been thinking about it, but really I just I care about things a lot,
Yeah.
and I don't really think before I speak a lot of the time. I don't know. I've kind of always been that way, but I don't think anyone's ever told me that they admire that. Most people usually just, to some extent or another, want me to shut up.
They sound like they suck.
Well, I don't know. I kind of just always felt like it was something wrong with me that I couldn't fix. But
You hear bubbles gurgling under the water.
I don't know. You're the first person that made me feel like maybe it was a good thing. So thanks for that.
Yeah, I'm glad I could do that for you.
I think
You slowly start to see the jetty appear back in as wrapped around the river, giving you one last chance to do anything you want to do by yourselves.
La 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 la.
Wow.
Despite the singing seagulls and crustaceans, Elzie is going to lean forward or toward Cadence and like brush her arm without really meaning to on her way in to like give her a kiss. But nothing crazy, just a little kiss, just to see how it feels.
Yeah, Cadence's heart speeds up and she puts her hand on Elsie's thigh and she leans forward and closes her eyes and kisses her.
Cute. You little fireflies kind of sprinkle and sparkle all around you. And you hear just off in the distance some fireworks shooting off into the air somewhere around the carnival. As people are cheering for the snail races across the carnival. Just a nice, and then it kind of dims down as the Featherine pulls her head back up out of the water and it docks at the jetty. And the woman, she extends her hand. She goes, "Need some help?"
Cadence will take her hand and get up out of the boat, blushing and smiling to herself.
Enjoy the rest of your night.
Thank you. Elsie's like overjoyed and very distracted by what just happened.
Okay. At this time, the rest of you guys have come over to Silversong Lake, where mist gathers at the banks of a shimmering waterside. Near its center, a mermaid lounges in like this giant bowl, singing a glorious haunting song that captivates spectators on the lake shore. In the response, the lake water like coalesculates into magical sculptures that whirl around her as she performs.
Well, that's her. That's her, you guys.
How are we gonna get her attention?
I don't know. Maybe I turn into a mermaid and go swim over there?
If you think it could work.
I don't know, maybe seeing somebody else look like her go over and knock on the glass? Maybe that would help?
Knock on the glass.
She's in a bowl.
I don't think it's like a full sphere.
I just imagine a fishbowl. You're muted, Trey.
It's that thing you see in the picture. She's in the center of that lake. It's like a water bowl.
Sphere.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sphere. Yeah. But as you kind of approach, you hear hecklers, 3 mean-spirited cheers kind of go throughout the crowd that's listening to Palasha. And then you see her leap out of her bowl. She darts off, heading downriver. And her abrupt departure kind of causes the mood to just like change a little bit. But at this time, you see Cadence and Elzie walking off the jetty towards the lake, towards you guys.
What should I do? What should we do? Should I go after her?
Yeah, go see if she's okay. I'm gonna go check out those hecklers.
Okay. Mara's gonna mermaid transform and try to go after Palasha and be like, "Oh, she'll catch you up on everything."
The crowd kind of like is like, "Oh, like Palasha stops," just like very like disgruntled, but they kind of disperse, and it's hard to hear who was the heckler in the first place. But Maristela, you kind of jump into the lake. It's cool, and it kind of goes over your skin as your tail appears, and you start swimming downriver, following after Palasha, where you swim down the river and you see just off in the distance the Hall of Illusions. You see her sitting on a rock across from the Hall of Illusions as she's like brushing her hair and sitting on the rock.
Mara like not sneakily get up, but she like try to be slowly get up so she doesn't like frighten Palasha. Be like, "Hi, your singing is very beautiful."
She like looks down and she's like, "Oh, hello. Thank you. I appreciate that."
Ignore those stupid hecklers, because they lie. And I have 3 of your albums at home that I love listening to, and I've seen you in concert twice.
You're a fan. Well, what is your name?
Oh, I'm Maristela, but I'm actually here on behalf of somebody else.
You're on behalf of someone else?
Candlefoot? Yeah. And she's gonna point towards the Hall Illusions, like, Candlefoot, oh, he, like, really, 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 really loves you. And he really misses your singing.
Oh. Well, he is quite nice, isn't he?
Mm-hmm. Very nice. Sad that he can't speak.
Yeah, it's unfortunate.
Oh. Are you able to not be a mermaid for a little bit? Like walk with legs?
I am bound to the carnival. I must stay in this form at all times.
Oh, that stinks.
It's a
Okay.
contract that I've signed.
Well, I know Candlefoot really wants to see you, but he also can't move from where he's at. It's kind of constricting.
Yes, ever since he stopped talking, it's like the color in my world has gone away.
Do you know if we get his voice back, your color will come back? Would his color come back?
See, the thing with him is he's always been gray. And one time when we were together, I was singing to him, and we watched the rainbows return to his eyes like kaleidoscopes. He's beautiful when he's in color. But the weird thing is that he's only in color when I sing.
It must be the magic of the mermaid song.
Speaking of mermaid song, I can maybe offer you as a fan a singing lesson since you've come to help me out.
Um, she looks a little nervous about that, and like her throat bobs. She's like, "That's that's that's okay. I don't ever need to sing. It's fine."
Are you sure?
Yeah, I, it doesn't really bring me joy anymore.
Why is that?
I don't. It just when I hear my voice, it makes me sad.
Hmm, that's unfortunate.
Mhm.
Mermaids are so known for their singing.
This feels meaningless now and empty when I try. If I do sing, my color of the world goes away.
I understand. Mermaids, we don't get tears, and we suffer so much more. Where words fail, music speaks. When the bird of the heart begins to sing, too often will reason stop up her ears.
But you can sing nonetheless, though here, maybe Candlefoot can hear you.
Maybe we will reunite.
Yeah, that would be pretty cool if your song just drew them over here like a romantic book thing. And you come together and then you're like, lock eyes. You're like, oh, beautiful colors. And he's like, oh, beautiful singing.
Yes, I would like that. Thank you for reassuring me.
Of course. I am a sucker for a love fairy tale.
Aren't you sweet? Well, I suppose I shall return to singing.
Okay.
It was very nice meeting you, Maristela. I hope we meet again someday.
Yeah, you too.
And she
Good luck.
jumps into the water and swims downstream.
Mara will like swim back, but not like following closely, but like get out beforehand and be like, okay, I have legs again.
Alright, everyone
Go
is
like
back at the lake. You're
find her
all
friends.
feeling hungry at this time. You know, it's kind of dinner time. As the sun has set and the twilight or the autumn night sky has filled the air.
Guys, I'm pretty hungry. Do you guys want to get food? Should we head to
Yeah.
the feasting orchard?
Is Mar back? Oh, look, there she is. Hey,
Hi,
what'd she
just looking at
say?
her. She says Candlefoot's eyes are really pretty when she sings, but she's bound to her mermaid form, so she can't, like, get out of the waters. She has to sing. It seems like everybody here who works here is trapped.
I told you carnivals were weird places.
You're right.
At
I
this
don't ever want to
time,
work for one.
she gets back up into her bowl and starts her singing, and a crowd starts to form again.
Well,
But yeah.
should we go sit and eat?
Yeah, we can get some food and maybe listen to her.
Yeah.
All right. So you guys head back over to the feasting orchard. Music and myrrh radiate from this park. The heady scents of flowers, mead, and berry pie waft through the air. Stilt walkers pluck fruit from trees. Musicians drum, pipe and strum, and everywhere there is singing, dancing, and an inordinate amount of custard.
Wow, everything looks so good, guys. What should we get?
Hold on, let me turn that down.
Hmm. Bar is going to look for like seaweed strips or something like that to eat.
You see like a booth that has like kind of like seafoods and things like that, some salmon. There's kind of different cuisines from all over Everas here in the feasting orchard, as people are all dining and in a merriment, drinking honey mead, and just being like in the sense of dancing and having fun. You see that Eliot is sitting at a table, kind of just near one of the trees. In front of them is some food and things like that. And you see a blonde, a bright blonde elf woman with a cocked witch's hat sitting across from. They seem to be like in merry happyment, just talking and chatting. You see Astrid and Daphne with Archer. They're at a table feasting and just kind of talking and no sign of Evelyn anywhere. Things just kind of seem pretty peaceful. You also see that there's a banner for a fairy cake eating contest that's be happening soon.
Well, Mara will definitely go get some salmon and some seaweed from the salmon booth and like pop a squat at a table.
Elsie's gonna grab a honey mead and some like roast leg of some sort, like a pheasant or chicken or turkey or something.
Yeah. For everybody else.
And goes and sits next to Maeve.
Ingrid is gonna look around. She wants to get like funnel cake, like straight up
Fried
for dinner.
food, yeah.
Like
I think you say
she's,
fucked
like,
up.
No, she gets like, I don't know, like the equivalent of like French fries, just like.
Yeah, you go up to like the fried food booth and you see beignets and funnel cakes, corn dogs. You see different funnel cakes of like berry compote, strawberry, just chocolate. It's just a confectionery of fried food, and you just kind of grab all that.
So she walks back to the group and like sits down, and she's got like a tub of like French fries or like whatever, a little bit more of like a savory thing, but it's just like a massive tub, and like that's all she's eating. And then in the like she sits cross-legged and like sets it in her lap, and she's got like a plate of like a huge like funnel cake, like just doused in like white powdered sugar, and like a little dollop of like whipped cream on top, and she's like just shoveling French fries into her mouth as she like takes a little nibble off of the funnel cake.
Oh, those delicious home-style fries with salt and deliciousness. Yes, absolutely. What about Maeve and Cadence?
Maeve actually went and got a bowl of soup that comes in a bowl made of bread. And
Mhm.
she's like, I have never seen such ingenious. And it's just like a nice vegetable medley soup. And she brings it over and she's just like smelling all of the broths and vegetables and her like she's like, oh, and then she like stopped before she got sat down at the table and she picked a little fruit tart for her to eat as dessert.
Perfect.
All right, and Cadence would have gotten a honey mead and a bowl of custard, and then like a dish of fresh berries, like blueberries, raspberries, whatever sort of local berries
Sure.
they have. And when she sits down, she's gonna dump all the berries in the custard and like stir it and mix it up all together, and then eat that with her super refreshing honey mead.
Okay.
This is amazing. I like this food a lot. Kind of wish the dining hall served this fun foods.
No kidding.
I don't know
This
about you
definitely
guys.
is a
but
treat.
Yeah, I've had a lot of fun, and thanks for the recommendation of the Swan Ride, Maeve.
Oh, you're welcome. Maybe I'll become a famous author and write romance stories.
Yeah,
Yeah,
thanks.
That'd be
we had
fun.
a lot of fun.
You're-
What did you guys do?
Well, we tried to solve another love story with a mermaid, Poloshki, and Candlefoot, which is the guy from the illusion mirror.
Oh, what's going on with that? I thought you guys weren't gonna talk to him.
We ended up talking to him.
Oh, okay. What did he say?
Nothing. He can't speak, but we did
Oh.
give him the mime things. He is in love with. He wants to propose to Palasha, very badly. And then when Palasha sings, his color comes back. But we can't see each other because Palasha's bound to the waters and her mermaid tail, and Candlefoot can't leave the Hall of Illusion. So it's a very sad, tragic entrapment of
You can't
a weird
leave the
trail.
Hall of Illusion?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
I don't know. So I told Palasha that she should sing really loud so Candlefoot could hear her. Maybe his color would come back for a bit.
That's so sweet, guys.
So that's the most of what we did.
Yeah, and we still have one more ticket, and we probably should do it soon before the carnival closes.
So we're
Very
out
true.
of punches on our tickets, but I could buy us a couple more.
I'm down.
Do you guys
Yeah.
wanna decide on a ride and we'll go get some tickets and then we'll all do one more thing together? How does that sound?
That sounds
sounds
great.
great.
Do you want to do the Mine Mystery? I believe that's what it was called.
I did want to see that.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, let's go do that.
And maybe the fireworks will go off again.
Okay, I'll be right back. And Cadence will head off to the ticket booth and get one more ticket for her and Elzie each.
Okay. As you kind of finish up your meals and things like that, see. You go back over to the ticket booth, and you can buy them 1, 2, or 3 more.
I just need one more each for me and a friend.
Okay. I can do that. Just hand me your ticket, please.
Here you go.
Perfect. Thank you so much. I have to change the music again because, and he adds 3 holes or 1 hole to each of your tickets again. There you
Thank so
go.
much. How much is it?
Let's see. Oh, Cadence, and this one is for Elzie. Oh, someone's bought these for you already.
Really? Who?
Yeah. I don't know, but it's just on my list here. It says a friend.
Well, thank you.
Of
Have a good
course.
night.
Absolutely.
Runs off and goes to Elzie. Here. Weirdest
Thank
thing.
you so much.
Somebody
That's so
else,
sweet of you.
I didn't do it.
What do you mean? You just walked over there.
Somebody else paid for these for us. It just said a friend.
Maybe Elliot's here? I have a hard time seeing him here, but...
He's right behind us. Look. I think he's talking with that girl I think he likes.
Oh my gosh, he is over there.
Well, I guess that could explain it. But anyway, I didn't buy them. So
Thanks for the thought, I guess.
I think we should say hi to Eliot and see if it was him. Also, tell him thank you before we go to the mystery mine.
Of course.
In the way. We should say thank you, yeah.
Yeah. And Mara's gonna look at around Astrid and oh god,
Daphne,
Daphne
Archer.
and Archer, and still just find it weird that Evie's not there. See, try to get their maybe an insight check on them to are they happy or are they still no, Evie's not here.
Yeah, go ahead and roll insight.
Okay. I wish you guys could see this, but I rolled the dice and it landed right on the edge of my dice
Oops.
tray. I want to take a picture. That's funny. Hold tight. I gotta get insight. 5.
They seem to just be conversing with themselves and enjoying the carnival. They're kind of more talking to each other, but not some they just seem to be existing.
Okay.
Wow, that's impressive.
Right? So Eliot?
Oh, you guys are approaching Elliot?
Yes.
So he's got a book kind of pulled out. It looks like a journal or something like that. And he's looking at the blonde-haired elf. And he goes, "So there's 3 things, but I don't know if we can." Oh, hey, how are you guys?
And how are you?
Good. I was just talking to my friend here about the thing.
Your
Oh.
friend? Hi, what's your name?
She's gonna look very nervous at Eliot and then at the other. She's like, I'm Sapphiria High Magic at your service. And she extends her hand out.
Hi, Furia. Mind magic? Hi, magic?
High Magic, yes.
Hi, magic. It's nice to meet you. I'm Maeve Vane.
Maeve Vane. Okay. And you are? She looks at the others. Mara's gonna introduce herself.
Hi, I'm Elzie. Do you go to Wakefield also?
Yeah, I do. I'm actually in most of you guys' classes.
Oh.
It's okay. I like to skip a lot.
Yeah, I don't know if I've ever seen you around, but I'm Cadence.
Nice to meet you all. And I take it you're Elliot's friend, and she looks over at him with a knowing
Yeah.
glance.
We are. Which, speaking of that, Eliot, did you pay for our tickets?
No. Why?
Because somebody did. And if it wasn't you, I don't know who it could be. It wasn't you, was it, Maeve?
No.
Oh.
I'm cut off from my family.
What? Oh, that isn't what I was asking, but okay, thank you.
I don't have the big plain pieces anymore.
Oh, no, yeah, you're fine.
You bought me and Elsie's tickets, but thanks. Okay. Well, somebody bought our tickets, and I don't know who it was. It's kind of weird.
That is weird.
Ingrid kind of looks at Cadence. She's like, "Bet you it was Evelyn."
Bullshit.
Why?
Why would she ever do that? She wants me in jail for the rest of my life, remember?
You don't think she would do something petty enough to, like, buy your ticket?
What, like as a manipulation tactic?
Sure.
Ugh, God.
Maybe that's her way of saying thank you for writing the nice letter to her sister.
I don't believe it.
Take it, you
I
guys.
mean, we could go ask her friends, but she doesn't seem to be here. Unless she
Just
paid
because
for
she's not here doesn't mean that she doesn't have the pull to
Yeah, I know. That's what I
buy
just
an
thought.
extra carnival ticket.
Well, I mean, how much do we really care about this? We could head to the mine rides.
Yeah, let's head to the mine ride.
Oh, actually, I'm glad that you guys are all here. Sapphiria and we have been able to look over that book, and I think we figured out the 3 things that we're going to need first before the rest of the ritual we get from Malister's scriptorium.
Okay.
The thing is, we can't get these ingredients here.
What do you mean?
We get them.
We can't get them on Everas.
Are you talking about the underworld?
Underland.
Underland?
Yes. We need a rotten ogre's tooth with the old druidic glyph of the moon on it, a vitrified eye of a displacer beast, and a tiny duskwood coffin containing the ashes of an under troll.
Okay. No problem. We just go to Underland and get those things, which probably we can find at a supermarket, right?
No.
We can just go to the
supermarkets in
Underlands.
Underland.
Yeah.
Well, we're gonna have to. How else are we gonna get this stuff?
The old-fashioned way.
Which
Black market?
is-
No, keep your
No.
voice down about it.
Sorry.
The real old-fashioned way, like ourselves.
Like, killing these creatures.
What?
Gotta get their hands dirty.
We're not gonna kill an ogre.
So
A
just
displacer?
wondering, Cadence, when we talked about a dark ritual, did you think this was gonna be like candy canes and lollipops?
I grew up in a church.
And I grew up where people were dying left and right.
Listen,
mean-
I'm here for whatever we have to do. Just let me cope with it. But this isn't exactly what I was expecting when I, signed up for Wakefield. So, sorry. Okay.
I was
sure.
actually expecting worse from this ritual, but to each their own.
That's just the
Correct.
first part of it. We don't know what's in Malister's journal about the rest of it.
Which we still have to get.
And we're in charge of getting that?
Tomorrow at the ball.
Right.
Mhm.
As you're all kind of talking, this hold on, what I got here. A bugbear, this like 12-foot tall like dude wearing big muscly guy wearing dungarees, so like a overalls, fairy like tiny fairy wings and a helmet made from a jack-o'-lantern approaches you and he goes, "Follow me. Management wants to see you."
Who are you talking to?
And we'll end tonight's episode there.
Oh my god.
No.
Management wants to see us.